Got both wings hanging on the wall. I'm going to pull them both down, pull the top skins off of both of them. This is the last wing that I've been working on. We've got the top wing all, or the top skin all fitted. The other wing is the one that got some dings and smileys in it and stuff on these, I think mainly this last bay on the other end. So doing that, I made the decision to add the stiffeners in between, you know, and there's been some discussion about that different times, that it's not necessary, you know, maybe it gives your wing a little bit more form on the outer edge, but if it would have been necessary, Chris Hines would have done it to start with. But like I say, since I've got my other wing skin a little bit stretched, I'm not going to replace the whole skin. So we're going to add stiffeners, and I've done 2 for each side. I'm going to do the next to the wingtip bay, and then the one inside, and then the next bay is got a little bit narrower spacing in between the ribs, and then there's the fuel tank. So I'm just going to do these 2 outer bays, and I just took some L angle, and I've already formed these and got them shaped, and I've got 2 for the left wing and 2 for the right wing. And what I did, and I don't think well, I know it doesn't make a bit of difference, is I made my flanges go the same way as the wing ribs for those particular wings. So I've got them already formed up. We just took our L angle, polished it up, figured our lengths, did our rivet spacing to match the wing rib spacing for the rivet spacing there, and then we've just crimped them. We matched them to our wing form, or for our rib form, and this would be our rib form, and then our little ribs are going to sit on it just like that. So we contoured them to match that. So, and then I tweaked them a little bit to match the contour of our skin. So we've got a real good match up there. I've already laid out my wing spacing, and so we're just going to pull the wings down, pull the skins off. Pretty straightforward. I had marked the upper hole on each of them towards the nose, and it's the second one back because the first one's spacing is a little bit different. And just clecoed that one in place, ran them back. I had our lines marked back, so we just used a center finder or a hole finder, and latched into the rib that we're putting in there, or the little stiffener, and then drilled through, lined them up, put our clecos in. So now it's there where it's going to be. I'm going to flip the whole assembly over, flip the clecos to the other side, and since the stiffeners are all drilled on the back side, we'll just drill them up and cleco them in place, and then we'll open them up to proper size, and it's a done deal. So we'll get this one done, and then we'll move on to the other wing. I do want to be careful when I drill these because we've got the whole skin bowed up this way, so we don't want to cleco into the table like we normally would on just a flat piece. So I'm just going to kind of split the difference, and we'll start adding clecos to them. Okay, so they're all drilled now. I'm going to go ahead and take them out. I'll mark which one goes where. I'm going to go ahead and start putting it back on the wing, on the skeleton, and then we'll cleco it back in place, and then we'll just go ahead and open these up, which is kind of a long way around because I'll have to take it all apart again to deburr everything once we get ready to prime it and put it back together and rivet it on. But that's okay. I'd rather do that than have something screwed up. Okay, I'm going to move it back in onto the table to open up those two reinforcement ribs. Well, there we're opened up. Everything's cleaned off except for my measurements on that one, which I'll transfer to that wing once I get it down. But yeah, I think it's going to make quite a difference when it's installed. Now, once they're all riveted in place, it probably would have been fine. What I did notice on the upper skin where I'd stretched it a little bit was in the mornings when it was cool, why it would still be nice and taut. It would be very similar to this and everything. In the afternoons, if it was sitting out in the sun, why it had stretched just enough to where it'd flex and want to take a set. So I think this is a good thing on this particular airplane. So had I not put little dings in the, or smileys in the upper wing skin on the other one. Why it probably wouldn't be necessary, I probably wouldn't do it. But anyway, I think I'm going to be happy that I did. So I'm going to try and get this one out of the way, get the other wing down, and pull that upper skin off, and we'll repeat the same process. And I'll just show you the end results when we're done and tell you if I think it makes any difference. One of the biggest problems that I've discovered that I have working in my little bitty airplane factory here is, with all my clutter and crap sitting around every place, is I need to find a better way to handle wings, you know, and I'm going to make it through this build the way it is, but we're going to go on to something else. So we need a better way to handle the wings and move them around and store them and that type of thing. And I haven't figured out the best process for that. I've got a couple ideas, so we'll see something down the road, you know, come about, because I would like to alleviate having little dings like I put in this top skin and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead, get this other one, get these wings moved around again, hopefully without doing any damage, and see if I can't get this other one taken care of. Well, that took out a whole lot of flex in that. It would oil can really bad. So once it's all finished assembled and riveted in place, it'll be pretty solid. I'm really happy with that. I will probably go back, and I got a couple little smileys there. I'll probably try and work them a little bit. They're always going to be there in this plane, or in this wing, but that's the way it is, and it's not, we got a low and slow plane, so we're not going to worry about it a whole lot. It's not worth reskinning that top wing and trying to match holes and all that good stuff. So anyway, that's where we're at for today, and I'm going to put the other wing away here and call it a day. Hopefully you found it a little bit interesting. Comments, suggestions, leave them in the comment section for me below, guys, and as always, thanks for taking the time to watch.